Hello, hello, my Cancer people. Welcome back to Mark.after me. This is Tru, and I am here to give you your tarot reading for the month of November. You really probably will asking where I've been for all the month of October. I will leave a link in the corner so you can actually know why I've been a little bit absent and why I've been quite away. Saying that, you have in front of me a beautiful Celtic reading. You have a Moonology card, and also you have a legendary affirmation card over here waiting for you. Just please check your ascendant, your moon, your Venus in case of this general reading in general. Well, this general reading will not resonate with you. Saying that, just take what you need, leave the rest. Remember that this is nothing to do with divination, and either that's gonna say what's gonna happen in your fate. This is what you choose to believe on and what you can work through it. So saying this, we're gonna start with two cards. That's going to be the Seven of Cups and the Fool. This is the main energy of whole this reading. About the symbology, the cups most of the time say about emotional statement, and when you have the Fool, there is a major arcana which represent Aries. We have a quiet battle here. We have a fire and then we have water. So what happened with the fire meet water? One of those, the ones can be steamed, or the water can actually kill the fire. So you need to understand that you have to be quite balanced there. And when I see the Seven of Cups is, yes, you have a lot of options. There is so many that is telling you, are you going to make any decision? The Fool is actually the zero card is actually the one who's like, is jumping to the edge or is jumping somewhere but don't know where he's gonna land, you know. You're just jumping. So what it's asking you is like, whatever you're gonna take, the decision you're gonna make, because I see that is something is being in your head for quite a long time, and you say, okay, this is actually my reality, this is actually something that I really want to do, this is something that I can achieve, or I really don't want to do it. This is real, this is not, this is just my imagination, I'm being paranoid. So what it's saying is like the Fool is actually cutting in the middle to say, please, some clarity. Go here and put something in the middle. Like, put me something, give me something. And the Seven of Cups is kind of like, you know, so many options. So you are, I feel that probably you are slightly be overwhelmed. Something happened that is in your head that is you don't know actually what to do. And it's, you know, you are Cancer, you are, you know, introvert most of the time, and anything that happens you come back to your cocoon and you don't want to deal with. But this one is telling you, you like it or not, you need to actually deal with this situation. So you have in the center of attention the King of Swords. I might say that probably you encounter someone that is really straightforward, bring clarity, but also quite authoritarian. Can be a figure of authority, can be you, can be someone else, can be your partner. I don't know if this is going to be love, because I don't see so many love here, but can probably be with someone that you are partnership with, or can be you. But if you see the guy, he owns his truth, and probably this is your situation, like you know exactly, because you have quite vision and clarity, but it's too many options that you don't know what to choose. And it's telling you the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is crossing over, is saying that you're taking too much time, it's too much chill you are taking, you are prolonging the inevitable, probably you are trying to avoid the problem, you're trying to, like, you know, to say to yourself, oh, take a little bit of rest, don't, you know, don't go directly to this situation and talk like this and talk like something. Like the Four of Swords is the resting card, but when it's crossing over to a King of Swords, which is authoritarian, which is going to be the one who knows the truth, with he wants to speak, is telling you delays. It's actually saying, you know, no. And I think that is a mistake, and that's why it's probably a mistake. Don't take me wrong, I can probably, you know, be wrong in this, but what I try to say is the Four of Swords is crossing over is actually delaying or stopping you, or saying, oh, I'll leave this for tomorrow. Procrastination, basically. But why you are there? I mean, that is something in your head. You have the Hierophant. It's probably you are too wise, and you know that you are tricking yourself, basically. when you have the hierophants in the, you know, why you are becoming in that way and why you are going in this way, you are just the only one who are actually are tricking slightly your mind. I think you know the answer and you know what you have to choose, but for whatever reason you are not doing it. Let me know in your comments below if this resonates with you or not. But the Hierophant is as well a figure of wisdom and authority too, but in faith, in a spiritual journey, and in different way. Probably someone that is a little bit pushing you, because it's Jupiter energy too, so expanded. So I do think that is someone next to you, or someone is talking to you to say, are you actually, what's the name, like, that this is going to be pay off, like, if you carry on ignoring all of this, that this is actually, you're gonna have to pay all of these problems that you're having now, is because you are literally being in the loop of the Seven of Cups all the time, and you're not making any decision, and you're doubting too much. So the Hierophant is telling you, are you gonna keep carrying on with this? So that's why probably you are in a period of, I really want to do this, but when you want to expand, but then some fears straight back. But it's funny because you have another air sign, and you have another card. It's the Queen of Swords that is in front of your mind. It's telling you 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 is a feminine energy of an air sign. There's going to be more Gemini, there's going to be more Libra. But anyway, it's telling you, organization and clarity of vision. But she's saying the truth. Most of the time, the Queen of Swords can go through a period of time that can identify like a cold-hearted, or a signs of, someone that is actually not really nice to talk with about open up the heart, because she's gonna go straight forward to the logical way, and sometimes that hurts. But this is in the front of your mind. This is something that is literally in front of your mind, and you are a very sentimental sign. And that no means it's weak. That means you feel more than other people. And maybe you need to teach another signs to feel in a different way. You are a nourishing sign by default. But the Queen of Swords is in the front of your mind. Is at some point, I do believe that it's saying, until what point is your boundaries? Where are your boundaries? Because I feel that you have to say something to someone, or you have to say something, to someone, to a partnership, to a business, sorry, to someone, and you are actually avoiding it, and it's asking you, are you going to make a decision? So you have the Hierophants, that is someone, or you yourself is saying, like, until what point, or what is the limit that you're gonna get until you make the decision that you have to make, knowing that if you carry on with this decision, or the ignoring, or the lacking to make a decision is going to be worse. I don't know. Then you have, for example, this one, that is the Six of Wands, and this is something that time ago you was happy to say, oh yeah, just leave it, it's fine, we will carry on fine. Can be a partnership, can be a relationship, can be anything. I think it's related with another person. It's because it's so much truth that you have here. Sorry. And it's too much condensed that I think it's a partnership with a business, or with someone else, or I'm not gonna lie. Then you have the Six of Wands, which is like, you felt so good around these people, this person, time ago. You felt like a winner. You felt that you was going far away. You felt that at some point, like, this was something successful. But this was time ago. And if you carry on doing and ignoring a little bit what the King of Swords saying, because it's the logical point, because they have facts, they have bullet points that you have to follow. It's the authoritarian side of you to say you have to, you should do, you must do, in order to be happy, or to become happy, whatever that's going to be. You have the Ten of Swords. Even if you don't like this card, which I think no one's like this card, The Ten of Swords is, if you carry on, keep ignoring yourself and delaying the inevitable, you will suffer. And I mean, suffer in the way that you knew that this was happening, but you didn't make the step, or that you didn't take the responsibility to face the things on the time that it was. So it's kind of like accumulation of a lot of mental anguish and a lot of mental problems and emotional problems with, because you didn't speak on time or you didn't say the things on time, you're accumulating, and you don't want to become straightforward, or you don't want to like hurt people, or you want to please people. But let me tell you, if you carry on like this, the only person you're gonna be hurting is gonna be you. And I don't think that is something that you really wanted to have. And I hate to say it, but this sometimes is reading that we need to have. So you have the Ten of Swords, my darling. Ten of Swords is not the end of the world. It's a defeating, it's feeling down and victim of your own reality. This is something that maybe is not even the person who's around you, or the business partner that you have, or whatever relationship that you have with the family member. Something is around you to make you feel a victim. And I think that this is a way of you to decide if you really want to take that role, or if you want to say, okay, I messed it up, I just gonna take the relationship, or gonna take the responsibility to see how I can fix this and how I can move forward. At the end, you are a cardinal sign, so you are carry on moving in different directions. This is something that everybody knows, maybe more slower, maybe more faster, but the Ten of Swords is here to actually saying, if you carry on ignoring, delaying things with the Four of Swords, and then you have the, your mind is literally in front of your head to saying, say the truth, say your truth, talk, say your truth. If you carry on swollen and be quiet and shut up and don't say anything and let things go and flow it and then you're gonna have the Ten of Swords. And this is something can happen tomorrow. This is the near future. Then when I see this type of things, the Ten of Swords is just in a way to feel empowered. And I think not all of us have to feel empowered. You can be powered by your own self if you know exactly what you have to do now. Even if you don't know what you have to do now, you know what is this doing to make you feel now. So you only have to make a question to say, do I really want to keep feeling like this? Or do I don't want to carry on with whatever situation is making me feel such a lowest point in my life? Because the Ten of Swords is lowest point. The Ten of Swords is like you touch ground, and then you only have to, one way is stand up, look to the sky, it keep climbing, because you fall so down. So be careful, don't fall so down. If you know where it's coming, just avoid it. Take the responsibility, be grounded, because you are one of the root sign, even if you are a water sign. You rules the fourth house, and the fourth house is family and foundation. Don't forget your power in this way. So the advice is so many air sign. You have the the Ace of Swords. Speak your truth. He's saying is once repeating over and over and over and over again. Talk your truth, say your truth, speak louder and clearly, because you have clear vision. You have clear thoughts. You have already 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 air signs already. And the Hierophant, I think, is going to be air too. So what is, what is this stopping you to speak out? I would love to wonder why, but having a little bit of perspective of how shy, no, but how introvert you can be, and you really do not want to get hurt, and is absolutely normal. I think no one's like to get hurt, and be, expose yourself, is that vulnerability state is strong, and I understand that. But if you carry on to ignore the signs, Cancer, you're gonna have a hard time, I have to say, but you can avoid it. You always can avoid it. So, for example, you have the speak your truth, and then when we're gonna go to the next one is the Seven of Wands, which is the environment. It's telling you to fight off. Fight for what you believe on. The environment is actually supportive. Can be as well that you have someone that that is fiery around you, can be have temper, and it can make you, can make the situation be harder. But you have the Seven of Wands there to tell you, put the barrier, talk what you have to talk, and be prepared for the fight, because you have to fight for it. Even if you don't like to have an argument, even if you don't like to have discuss about it, and you hate to have conflict, it's asking you to jump to the conflict to avoid more detrimental problems. Because the hopes and fears, you have the Tower, and when you have the Tower, is fate, it's inevitable, is you are so afraid that probably lose everything. And I understand you're afraid, and I understand that you are like, what are you gonna do? I just did that, but already I'm not happy with it. And I understand that, like, I can see that you're not happy at all. You are actually too much in your brain, and then your mental health, and too many thoughts, and you cannot speak. It's a struggle. But remember, the Tower is there. It's not a destruction to like, oh, I'm gonna die. No, it's actually probably relieving. It's probably a bit relieving. Even if you see it like a fear, the Tower is telling you something has to be destroyed, and is maybe a belief, maybe you have to speak something that is really rooted on you and you're so scared of, but it's necessary to do it, and you have to break that fear. And it's telling you to like take off of yourself what is no longer serve you, what is no longer like make you move, what is no longer to make you progress in life. And I think this is so important that you should see that as a hope, because I think there is a hopeful card in this situation. You need to speak it, even you need to fight this fear of the unknown, and how the other person is gonna take your truth, or how the situation and the environment is gonna take how much you are like want to say, because you're suffering in silence. And I think this is not particularly something that you need. So you have the Six of Cups and the outcome. So I do think that this is not new. I mean, this is not new. Like, this cycle that you're having now is a big lesson from your past. And the Six of Cups is everything about melancholy, and it's everything about, past experience and good memories with. But having it in the end of the outcome and the end of this reading is back into my head to say, I think you are going in a behavior where it's repeating a cycle over and over again, and until you don't learn the lesson of break that fear, to like break it down, to take it off, you're gonna remember all the time what actually happened. With this Six of Cups, you're gonna remember, say, oh my god, this happened with this situation and this situation again, why I can't beat this up again. So it's telling you, it's a lesson of life. I think that if you are able to actually speak out and be clear for what you really want to say, the Six of Cups is probably would be just a mere memory and like a small memory. But if you are not, I'm telling you, it will be like a cycle that repeat over again. And it's kind of like you don't know why it actually happened until you sit down and do your reflection. So meditate, sit down with yourself, see the options that you have, decide the option that you're gonna get. Don't be afraid to jump in, but you need to make some decision and start a new cycle. The Fool is the beginning of a new cycle. The Fool is the ending. You have the Tower, which is almost the end of the Major Arcana, and it's telling you the Fool that is the beginning of the new Major Arcana. So it's telling you, you have to change something here. You have to trade something here. You have to let go and become something better and learn the lesson that you're doing now. You have the Three of Wands as a clarification of the Six of Cups, and it's coming quickly. I think this lesson, you are going to have it as part of your vision for the future, but on the same time you're gonna have the Three of Wands you're gonna have this as part of a big understanding from yourself. And I think it's important for you to beat it up, whatever this is stopping you, and whatever is disturbing you, your time, disturbing you, your space, your personality, whatever that it is something not right. Is something not right, you have to observing on it, because if not, your past and the circle from the past or karma will come and teach you over and over again, I'm afraid. So don't let karma define your life. Don't let that situation over. Karma is there to teach you, you know, what do you need to do in order to let go, so then you can be more close to Dharma, to your purpose, to your spiritual journey. So remember, you have the Three of Wands. It is a vision, it's a rapid growth, it's a fast growing, is you're gonna have people around you, something is gonna go speed it up, but once that you make a decision, once that you clarify and speak your truth. So say the Moonology card, you have full moon in Aries, and it's funny because we have the full of the beginning of this reading, which is Aries energy, and say the fiery climax approach can be for good, it can be for bad. Remember that if you don't take the responsibility, the climax can come in and you will be shaking to say how I'm gonna deal with it, instead to say, okay, I have to deal with this until we get absolutely until the edge, or we get until the end of this cycle, and I have to do it before exploding my head, you know, before the things explode in front of me and I don't know what to do anymore. So you have the full moon in Aries. Aries is everything about, you know, cardinal sign, movement, direction, point and a vision, and learn from your mistakes and know yourself better. You are everything about the people as well, but everything about heart. Check what your heart wants. Ask your heart what you really want. Sometimes it's good to have that kind of questions, but you have the fire climax approach, which is excited because probably is a new cycle for you. Even if it's painful and you have to cut it out now, will be much better than you do it now rather than in the future. Saying that, but you have the full moon in Aries, ending of the cycle, full moon Aries, beginning of a new cycle, beginning of a new life. I can't say too much though, but it's a big cake what you're taking, and I understand that. But be brave, my Cancer people, because you can have this. Like, you can, you know, you got it. You just need to face it. Stop hiding yourself. Face it. Go in front. Talk directly. Use your truth as a weapon, or use your truth as a way of protect yourself, but talk. And the legendary affirmation card, you say, I love myself deeply and unconditionally. That was a hard word. This is, my friend, one of the things that is wrapping up this reading. I think that I don't have to say too much. I think you have to stop thinking about other people and put yourself first. This is the only thing that is already matters, is you, yourself, and you. And I think having this affirmation card at the end is telling me that you probably neglect a lot of yourself towards someone, something, partnership, business, whatever, just for please them to don't have any kind of confrontation. But at the end is mirroring on you, and you are eating all of this toxic or this kind of heavy energy that no one likes to have. No one's. So my lovely Cancer, I send you so much love and affection. I really hope that this will resonate with you, but if it does, give me the comments below. I would love to know how you're going on in this month of November. Remember, Scorpio season is everything about detachment, go deeply, purge, and this is emotional intensity. So breathe in and breathe out, because you have this, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're gonna like it. I hope so. I hope this helped. And see you in the next videos. Just check my next videos I'm gonna just do for this month. Check the icons that's gonna be here. You have my Etsy shop there if you want to talk to me, work with me, and my Instagram as well. I would love to have you over there. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day, and bye bye.